Hey everyone, welcome back to another Draco Reaction Vlogs channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn the notifications on. And today we finally got our first home win in 3 months after being Man United 1-0 today. It's basically thanks to Madison opening up his nice goal in the first 13 minutes. And other than that, had a first clean sheet and also many players coming back today. So it's a pretty positive note today, but there's also some negatives I'll also take off first. So starting off the negatives, could have taken our chances more with especially Tell up front. He had nice chances to convert, score more goals, but he either I guess Onana saved most of Tell's attempts or Tell's attempts went over the bar. So Tell could have done a bit better when finishing when being a bit clinical on the ball in the finishing half. There's also parts where I guess Son was besides that I guess amazing volley that set up the first and only goal that we scored during the match. Felt like that I think he was pretty anomalous today, and I feel like he could have got subbed off earlier instead of later in the second half. Other than that, I think the midfield and defense were pretty compact and solid. I don't think anyone was getting pressured on by United's attack in midfield, and also I guess goalkeeping since you got Vicario back after a 5 month, 4 to 5 month. I think it's after a 3 month injury with his foot. Since we got Vicario back, he's now in goal replacing Kinski, and also he did pretty well with all the saves that he's done with the club. He kept out I guess attacks from Harlan, Nash's, I think Xerxes, and also the other United attacker. So he managed to keep a clean sheet, and I guess this is probably our first home clean sheet since the 4-0 win against Everton back in August. So I think the positives today, I think besides the one goal that Madison came back, Madison scored, and specifically he I think came back into the starting 11 after being out injured for a couple games. Also got a couple other senior players who are out injured coming back, such as the likes of Johnson, Vicario. We also have Udogi, who's also back, and I think Johnson also returned, but most of them were on the bench, with exceptions of Vic and Madison, who immediately started. I think Spence did amazing today. I think he deserved best man of the match today. He was pretty good locking down the right hand side, beating I guess the other half such as Mazraoui and sometimes Dalot, as well as the back line for keeping solid, also clearing out things and also making sure that United didn't have opportunity to score. I think after the first half, I think we should have had converted more chances, but I think even with United's weak attack, specifically they didn't have. I think they didn't have Diallo. I think he's out, as well as some other midfielders that were important to them. And most of their benches, besides that one senior player, were all just youngsters. So I think Xerxes, I think, was probably their best player on United. Don't get me wrong, as well as I think Dorgu also shined today, and I guess Maguire as well. But that I think Man United's attack was just dead and quiet, even though like I said, a couple players had some chances. They weren't very clinical enough, such as Garnacho missing an open shot, Xerxes missing an open header, as well as I guess a couple conversion chances by Harlan, who were all saved by Vicario. So pretty well done. Second half, started to give our players a bit rest. Don't know why Madison was taken off in the 64th minute, but since he's back from injury, it's better just to give him rest, not to run down. I think, like I said, we could have given Son earlier rest and bring on other, I guess, players such as Moore and Scarlett and Odeberg. I think surprised Odeberg is back after I think he's been out for. It's probably the most senior player that's been out for a while, but could have brought him a bit earlier with kind of a guy. I guess got a bit chances on goal. I think Tell was wasting a lot of chances in the second half, not converting or I guess finishing enough with the ball. But he looks pretty lively in the game, so I can't really go blame him. I think midfield was also pretty compact. I think we also defended pretty well despite the high line. I think it was pretty good. We gave Archie Gray a rest. I think he's been playing a lot of positions ever since we had an injury crisis start. So it's good we give him rest and got Spence back. So now not Spence, Udogi back. So I guess once Udogi's ready to take on the next match, we can have him take over Portal and Spence playing his original position as right back. So that I think Johnson, who also came on, I think was pretty quiet. I think he did some crosses and stuff, but he didn't do anything that much with, I guess, finishing on goal and stuff. So could have seen it much better. He could have done a bit better. And I think Kulu had some chances, but also a bit quiet. I think next match we got Ipswich on Saturday. So, and it's not. I think I'm a bit worried about Ipswich because we've lost to them. I think we gave them their first win when we hosted them, and we have to go up to their place and hopefully we can get a result out of it because they only won one home game this season. That team, and I feel like if we don't play very well in that game, we're gonna give them the second home win. But I think another negative I'd like to take out is that he finally showed up, but in the game where it really didn't matter, it was cool. We were 15th earlier, and a nice 1-0 win put us up to 12th, so separating us from relegation. But so where was all of this action or I guess performances on last Thursday and last Sunday when we were eventually had to exit out 2 cups within 3 days. So I think the only hope left is Europa League, but again I think some other good team is going to knock us out earlier in one of the knockout stages. So the best hope is we need to continue accumulating points. We got a hefty road fixture ahead of us. We got Ipswich then Saturday, and then we got City next. Then I believe we host the Bournemouth, and I think all these games are far from easy. Ipswich is they have a nice goal scorer, but their defense is also shaky. So hopefully we can get a result up there, and then we host City. Even though City aren't really the best this season as compared to the previous seasons, they've strengthened their squad, and based on their last game that they played on, they're going to expect to get a result again. They're going to try to get a result against us after we play Ipswich, and then Bournemouth have been pretty good too. They're sixth place, and they have great good quality players despite also having a similar injury crisis, but not injury crisis worse than ours. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the 1-0 win. I really wish we could have scored an outer goal to kill it off, but one being by 1-0, and I guess having a clean sheet is good enough, but we have to see what happens when we go against Ipswich and the other games next week, and I guess the remaining 3 months. So we're going to see what happens, and we're going to see where we finish up in the season. I predict we'll probably get to somewhere in the top 10 if we keep this up, but we'll have to see. We've won 2 games in a row, so hopefully we can extend that to a third game or maybe even a fourth game. It's been a while since we last win back-to-back games, but we can continue this up. We will improve despite the injury crisis going on our team. So thank you very much for subscribing, and don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll leave you out. I'm out.